What's going on, everybody? And here we are again with Collectable Past, hosted by two guinea pigs. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Vinnie?
Hello, everyone. Not too much. Well, we got a lot to show anyway. We missed a week and a half. I don't remember anymore. But
I think we missed almost 2 weeks.
Was it 2?
I think we missed 2 weeks because I was sick for 2 weeks.
Well, I hosted.
Unless you ran one when I was
I did host.
Okay,
one, so
all right.
I really missed a week. But I put up a good number of figures since then anyway. So yeah, we'll have some cool shit to show off. But yeah, how's everyone doing in the chat? Hope everyone's good.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Chaos Hoy's in the house. What's up, Chaos Hoy? Our good buddy Papa Cotton.
What up, brother?
Marshmallow Raid. What up, Papa? How you doing? Angela Straven, the resident vampire, is in the house.
Nice.
It's a blood-flavored marshmallow raid. What's up, Draven? We also got Tank Ferret Presents in the house. Hail all you magnificent bastards. What's going on, man? And welcome. Keely Chow is also in the house. What is up, Keely? I hope you're doing well. Brutal Morning Wood in the house. Our good buddy Tony of the Clown World Review is also in the house. What's up, Tony? If you want to swing by, let us know. We can have Vinnie throw you the link.
That's right.
Shadowhawk Talks is also in the house. What's up, Shadowhawk? Good to see you. Lasso of Truth is in the house. What's going on? Oh, no. I can't join. I'm out. Oh, no,
damn.
Lasso. Oh, say it isn't so. Well, we're going to make you come next time.
That's right.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound right.
Wait.
Maybe it does. Decepticons Cave of Villains. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. And Red Gaze is also in the house. Hashtag Marshmallow Raid. It's always good to see the marshmallows. Vinny, you see my NECA toy review of Scumbag and Anthrax?
No, not yet. Hold on. I'm sending the link out to Tony just in case. Sent.
Hey, what's up, Bone? Good to see you, Bone.
What's up?
I
didn't see that review yet. When did you put it up?
No, that was Decepticon Cave of Villains. That's his review.
No. Literally, yeah, that's what I'm asking. I don't know when you put it up. I didn't see it.
The way you said it, I thought you were asking me. Like, no, it wasn't mine.
Uh-uh.
I misinterpreted. It's not my fault. But I mean, in case a lot of you guys haven't been paying attention, usually I come prepared and I have really nice clips done up with all the music and all the good stuff that I like to add in there. And I actually have a couple of really good clips that are already finished. They were ready to upload. But because of the shitty ass CenturyLink, that's right, CenturyLink, I'm calling you out again. And if you think I'm done with you on Twitter, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm only just beginning, you bastards. But thanks to them and their crap ass service, I can't even upload clips to StreamYards now. It's that bad.
They're shit, man. These internet companies. Everyone's trying to just rip off people. It's gross.
Yeah, man. Citizen 333, what's going on? I am going to see if this works though. Since I don't have anything prepared, let's see if I can get this camera working. I do have, God, I wish I had better lighting on this guy, but I do have this guy. I have another Jason figure here.
Awesome, man. There's been a lot of good Jason figures.
But this is what I seen that I really liked about this one. It's got like that the hollow foil front cover.
Yeah, I did.
Seen that right away, and it reminded me of when they actually re-released Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D in the DVD section. They actually had this cover on there, and I seen that right away when I was in the toy toy aisle over in Target, and I was like, "Oh, I got to get this one. Got to have this one." The only one that I missed out on is I missed the one where it was Part 2, where they actually have him with the potato sack on his head.
Yeah, I used to see that a couple of times way back when they were released, but I haven't seen them since.
But like these ones,
if I stumble upon it.
Well, these ones, eventually I want to do full reviews for this, but I want to save this until we're getting around Halloween time. Because that to me just makes a lot of sense. Start showing off all these awesome horror figures.
Oh, absolutely. I got a few myself I could show.
No, I got one other one I'll show you real quick. I also picked up this.
Oh, nice.
Ultimate Michael Myers.
Open that window. Let's see. Yeah, it's a cool looking one. Yeah, I have a friend who. Yeah, I have a friend who collects all 1/6 scale versions, and he's got a bunch of custom ones too. They look amazing.
Yeah, this one is killer. Like all the Michael Myers figures that I've seen out there, I would say this one is the best. I really like that they gave the pure white mask though, because originally that was supposed to be his mask. It was supposed to be all white.
Yeah, that's awesome. I like when they do that stuff.
And I think they didn't even call him Michael Myers at first. They just called him the Shape.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there was a good little the movies we made or something like that documentary behind it. Like they did a nice job with that.
That Shadowhawk, yeah, part 3 is my favorite. I love part 3. Part 3 is where he gets the damn hockey mask too. He kills that guy Shelley.
Excellent.
But the other ones I got, I'll show a couple of the other ones later. Oh, yeah. Pavlov's dog catcher costume. What is going on, Jeremy? Good to see you.
Hello. Yeah, yeah. There's more than a few that I got. And there's one I'll try to shoot it this weekend, which is really freaking cool too. But has limitations, but it's a big piece. But
the bigger the better.
The bigger the better. There is a really awesome one that I guess I could start off with because I got like 4 different figures that I know I had up since the last time we did this. I did review on the last Collectible Past on my channel the Boris Karloff Mummy. I did find that one, the colored version. Fantastic figure, really amazing. And I finally found the colored Wolfman, but yeah, before I show that one, I mean, you guys, you know what it looks like. I've showed the black and white one, but I did get a really cool piece, Marvel Legends. And again, I'm not normally picking up that many Legends, but this one I had to. It was the 20th anniversary, and one of my favorite characters, the Incredible Hulk. And they did it in the John Buscema style. So he's got 2 different heads that are more reminiscent of John Buscema's kind of drawings and his style with the shaggy hair.
Well, can I ask you something? Is that one face just that much darker?
Oh, that's the thing. Yeah, that's in their review. They did like a nice paint job on the muscles and everything. They forgot to put it on the face. So yeah, that's my only major gripe with this figure. And it's a damn shame too, because this thing is it is really beautiful. This is probably the best Hulk figure. I don't need to get any more. But yeah, they hit a home run with this thing. We just jumped to the damn figure out of the box.
Yeah, because when I'm looking at that face, so you remember me showing off that one I have? It was from like 1978. That big like 12-inch Hulk that I have that unfortunately the rubber bands are giving away. That's what it reminds me of. It's like that same look.
Yeah, that darker green plastic that they use, which again, I don't know why they didn't do any touch-ups. Because this same body they used on a Red Hulk a couple years ago. And they painted the face on that one properly because they did like that lighting that's hitting the top of the muscles. So you'll see that it has like a slight yellowish onto the chest and all that, which works. But on that Red Hulk, they did the same thing. They did like like an orangey kind of lighter color for the muscles and the face. This one they didn't do it on the face. I'm like, why did they skip out on that? Because that's the only thing that this thing is lacking. He comes with this little backdrop thing, and turn it around, and there's a comic book cover. The cover makes no sense what they chose, but at least there's some extras that they threw in here. He's got alternate hands, which is either the open one or the fist one, which is fine. But these heads are awesome. So you have more like that kind of, again, like the Buscema style, just kind of mean, grumpy talking face, and then you have the yellow.
Is that a little bit of green wash on top of the black hair?
Yeah, there is. Okay. So like they put some paint applications there. Why did they skip out on the skin tone? I don't understand that. Like that made no sense to me, because this truly is amazing. Like the sculpt work is incredible on this. But yeah, and like that little piece, he comes at base, so he kind of like he's putting his foot down, stomping on the floor, and it like shoots up part of it. Like the way that they came up with that was really pretty. It's a pretty sweet thing that they added, Because again, with these massive figures, you don't normally get these extras. But yeah, they put some thought into this, which I was really surprised by.
I like the way they did all the individual pieces where they're breaking, where they're actually separated too, on top of
Yeah,
the solid base.
hell yeah, that's what I mean. It's that type of stuff. That's really really awesome. But it's a shame, like these figures, you can't find them in stores anymore. They just sell out, or the scalpers come. So the only way to get something like this, like I got him online, but I got him for almost retail. So I was damn close to retail. So I'm like, all right, no problem. But
Now, here, real quick, while you're on that, is it just me, or do you see in a lot of these guys that normally are scalping and they're raising the prices to ridiculous levels? It seems like some of their levels are coming down now because people just don't have money.
yeah, I am seeing that. It's funny that you said that. Same thing in like in these stores. You'll find something that's kind of hard to get, or normally you would think scalpers grab right away. I've been seeing a couple of things in stores, and I go to scan the price, and they're ridiculous prices. I'm like, oh, that's why. Not even the scalpers are getting certain things, or they'll sit a little while, which I'm kind of surprised by. But yeah, I mean, I turned down a whole bunch of stuff because it was way out of my price range. Like, I'm only gonna spend certain amount of money on on certain figures. Like once they start going too high, I'm out. Like I'm not gonna collect any more lines. Certain ones. These people are they're bending over the customer, and that's what's really shitty. Oh, that's the other. He came with that, which makes no sense. Some kind of robot head, but it made no sense to any of it. Like I didn't get the extra, but the floor bit and the hands are great. But yeah, again, articulation wise, he's a little bit limited. Like they kind of had, like he almost has no neck. But again, the older style of Hulk, they kind of always, his head was always really, really low. So I think that's what they were going for. But you could lift it a little bit, and even if you got some of that sticky tack, like you could get the head looking a lot better. But
I like that butterfly that they got going all the way to the back with the shoulder.
Yeah, it's great. I'm surprised they didn't cut into the chest a little bit, because if you did, it could have really been sweet. But for what they have,
I don't think so.
Works.
I don't think so, Draven. It would have to be much larger.
Yeah, no, yeah, it wasn't Hulkbuster. It was something else. And in the comics, like someone else mentioned what it was. I forgot the name of it, but it's like some kind of big silver thing, and it's not the Ironmonger either. It's something else. But yeah, for some reason they did a gold version of the helmet, and they just threw it in there, which again, I don't understand. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Same thing like with that cover image of that Hulk. It was like a random cover image instead of being like Hulk #1 or something. It's like, what were they thinking? But like I said, articulation wise, it's still pretty damn awesome. He is a colossal figure, so for him to have as much articulation that they put in there, it is kind of surprising. But man, does this guy have presence. What a beautiful piece. It works really, really well. So I love seeing that type of stuff anyway. Give little extras, put a little bit of a diorama, it works. See, like Incredible Hulk 314. Why? Like out of all of them, this is the 20th anniversary. Why don't you have Hulk #1 image if you're gonna put one there? Dicks. Like, I don't know. Sometimes
Either that or a really cool cover like the one where he gets Wolverine.
Yeah. That would have been great too. I don't know. These people don't make any sense. But like the sculpt work is beautiful. Like you get a lot of attitude out of this guy just with like simple little poses. That's why like that diaphragm joint, that's one of my favorites. I'm happy that more companies are putting that in there. Because I was so sick of that hinge type shit that they do all the time. It's too dated. It looks ugly on a lot of figures. But the diaphragm one is more natural, and yeah, you get some good crunch and pivot and all that great stuff. But yeah, there you go. That's how he scales with Spidey. So yeah, this piece is damn good. If you see him in a store, yeah, don't even hesitate. Just grab him because it is really, really cool.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for the fact that I know Disney's getting a little bit of kickback from that, I would love to have that figure. But yeah. I hate Disney too much.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you because there's a lot of shit. Like I told you, we've talked about this too. There's a lot of shit that I stopped buying. certain characters, again, because it is difficult. I understand how it is. You grow up with these characters. In my case, I drew them. Played as them is in video games. There's cartoons, all that stuff. It's all there. And the older shit is still good. I would still watch all the old stuff or play like Marvel vs. Capcom, shit like that. But yeah, like you said, I hesitate when it comes to the newer shit. But again, if it's like a character that I really love and it's part of everything that kind of inspired me, yes, unfortunately, I will still grab certain things, but I did stop now because I have the perfect Spider-Man figure right there. Black suit Spider-Man. I don't need another black suit Spider-Man. That's it. I don't need any more. I'm done. I'm not collecting any more of those. Wolverine. I think I like the Hugh Jackman one. That head and that upper torso is fantastic. I did get one of the kind of yellow suit ones. It's a slightly newer design, but it's a design I really, really like. So that's it. I'm done with him. Not picking up any more. I have a point where I stopped on so much shit. And there's things that I did. I hesitated and I left them there. I'm not grabbing any more things. If it's a character I love, sure. But again, if I have the best version, then I'm done. I have a great red Hulk. I have a great green Hulk. I don't need any more Hulks. We're good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, because they release so many fucking things. You got 10,000 different versions of Wolverine, 10,000 different versions of Spider-Man. I mean, how much more crap do people need? There's no room anyway, and the prices are going up way too high in these things. So, yeah, I'm stopping and cutting back on so much shit. But yeah, I'd like get Time Profit. I'd like to get some Kraken models, but right now I'm only doing acrylic standees. To make toys and all that stuff is way too expensive, and especially to what I want to do and what I want to produce. Yeah, I would rather build up my comic book more, build up the product itself, and then yeah, if the fan base grows enough, or I could get a good deal with a company or something.
If
yeah,
it's financially feasible.
Exactly. Right now, it is not. I am not. I'm not someone who retired from the mainstream and is sitting on a pile of money. I'm still a struggling artist. So collecting, that's my hobby. I don't. There's a lot of shit that I don't do that other people do, and I save money there. But yeah, this is just something I've always done, and that's what I love. So there you go. That was the first figure for tonight on my end.
And real quick, give a proper hello to the Time Prophet and Nerium as well with the marshmallow raid. God,
marshmallow raid.
Yeah. Are we having a marshmallow raid? Is Disney burning down right now, and I'm not aware of it?
Possibly, they should burn.
Bone wanted to know: is that just a repaint?
That I think they released that body maybe 4 or 5 times, from what I understand. There was some kind of a 2-pack with I guess the original look for Wolverine, and I think that was the same body. That red Hulk is the same exact body, and I believe there was a gray Hulk as well. I've never seen that one, but I've seen photos online and shit. But yeah, so. But the head's a brand new sculpt, and that base is a brand new thing as well. That rock kind of shit that he's stepping on. But yeah, it was the 20th anniversary for Marvel Legends. That's what that thing's under if you're looking for him.
Is the red one more expensive? Red one's an older one, right?
It was a Target exclusive. Yeah, so he's much harder to find. Yeah, I found him online.
Yeah, you know what? I will say one thing I do like. I mean, I know we've talked about the exclusive before and what a pain in the ass it could be if somebody's trying to get all the figures in a collection and maybe they don't normally shop at that place or they don't know that they have exclusives. The one thing I will say that I do like about most of the Target exclusives is that they're not really raising the prices on any of them, because I've seen other places where they have exclusives and they raise the standard price for those figures just a little bit.
Yeah, if it's a regular figure, yeah, I agree. They keep the price the same. But if usually they'll throw an extra vehicle or something and then they jack that money up. Like they did with the Baroness scumbags.
Yeah.
But now I know that they're carding them. They're doing them kind of like a retro carded version. So and they changed some of the design a little bit. So yeah, I guess people. Well, I was gonna say have an easier time finding them, but that's not the case either, because those things are still the scalpers just, they clean the shelves. It sucks ass. But yeah, time profit. No, I don't have a 3D printer. We have a couple friends that have them, but maybe. I also have another friend in Europe who does have the program and all that crap. But yeah, I got to see if I could get a sculptor or someone to help me out with doing some designs. And maybe for another campaign or something. But as of right now, I'm juggling too much. So, but I do love the acrylic standees. That's why I want to do a bunch of those. Those are really awesome, and yeah, they don't take up too much space either. But well, I could show really quick the next one. So, who's in a bodega? What's going on?
It's my little sound box. My sound box got tripped.
So we got the Wolfman in color. I did find him in color. So Frankie got the black and white one, because he was getting like the black and white version. So yeah, I got the colored one, and this thing is awesome. And I had like a pretty cool comparison in here as well.
I remember talking about this one. I remember I told you I'd seen both the black and white and the color one, and I said both of them look really good in their own rights.
Oh,
and, yeah. How long did it take you to find the colored one?
I found them just two and a half weeks ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. My store wasn't carrying these fucking things. I found the Mummy before I found him, and the Mummy came out after him. So it's those shipments that keep getting delayed in China, and then these stores are releasing them in weird batches. I talked to a friend of mine who works at Target. He couldn't find the Gargoyles one. He was looking for Demona Forever. And then one day they had a case that had like 6 or 7 of her in there. And he grabbed one. As soon as they put them out in the shelves, all gone. You couldn't even find them in like within 20 minutes.
I seen one of those gargoyle figures. Actually, I seen it in 2 different stores. It was like a darker colored guy. He had like whitish hair.
Oh yeah. That's the clone of Goliath.
Yeah.
It's Thalog.
Yeah.
I have him. I was going to do a review, but I hadn't had a chance yet. Because it's almost like the same figure anyway. He just has different accessories. But yeah, no, I'm still looking for Bronx. You know, the dog type gargoyle. That thing is killer. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, the paint job on this thing is amazing. Truly, just stunning stuff. Yeah, on the Lon Chaney Jr. head as well. Like these guys really hit a home run on these freaking things. But I really like it what they did. I think they used some kind of digital painting on there as well. You can tell in the eyes. But it still works. Only the camera kind of picks it up like that. But yeah, nice stuff here. I'll skip a little bit because you guys seen this guy already in the black and white version. But I did do a shot of him. They did the human and the black and white and the color. But I swapped out the color pieces on the black and white too during that review. Ah, damn. Sorry. Come on. These commercials. But yeah, I mean, side by side, these things both look amazing. I don't know, whichever one you guys are looking for, either or, it's a home run, man. NECA, they know what they're doing with these Universal Monster figures. So
now, how are the joints on this one? Because I know I've had a few issues with a few of the joints, like
on
that Predator. The Predator one was there was a few parts of those joints that was a bit iffy.
Yeah, because they were that was an older figure. And then they just keep re-releasing him. These are brand new. The newer versions that they've been doing, like the last, I'm going to say 2 to 3 years, their figures have been very, very solid. I have 3 Universal Monsters now by these guys. No issues whatsoever on any of the joints. And these monsters have better articulation than some Marvel Legends figures. So, yeah. Frankenstein, the freaking thing can do a split. He's got so much movement. My jaw hit the floor. I couldn't believe it. Because again, NECA, and they're supposed to be kind of static looking figures, and they have that much motion and movement. Dude, that's crazy. But yeah, all 3 of these things, perfect. 10 out of 10.
I know. I was really, really considering getting the Mummy one when I seen it. And, hey, what's going on, Grabbers? Good to see you. Number 77, the Pork Swordsman. That's my old buddy Grabbers. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, bone.
But
Yeah,
I know when I seen that mummy, the first time I seen it, I seen the store that I was in. They actually had both the black and white and the color one. I was looking at both of them, and I was really thinking about it. I was
oh
like,
wow,
and I'd already picked up. That was the one when I picked up the Mego, Young Frankenstein.
right.
Dr. Frankenstein and the monster. I'd already picked
Mhm.
up that, and I'd picked up a couple other things. And I'm like, I already got some TV shows, and I was like looking over $100 and some odd dollars, and I'm like, yeah, do I really want to add almost another 40 on top of that?
Yeah, dude. It's trust me, I was the same way. I put back so much shit. I'm like, no, I can't afford it, and there's no fucking space. So I'm getting very selective now for sure. I need to. I've been slimming down because it becomes like a habit. It's like Hunter Biden looking for his next fix. We get the scale out. We're weighing coke.
JJ1120, greetings. Good to see you.
Hello.
Citizen 333, the detail is amazing.
Oh, it really
Bone
is.
said
Man.
it's a graveyard smash.
Oh yeah, and here's the I put the human head on the black and white body, and yeah, so we get kind of an artsy fartsy take. It's almost like he's transforming as he rotates, but it looks good. I was tempted just to keep it and just have the human version out and the werewolf one, but I was a nice brother and I let my brother have the black and white one because he's got the black and white Frankenstein. I'm like, yeah.
I tell you, you know what would look really cool if you were doing a setup with the two figures.
What's that?
So you have the one with the Wolfman standing there, and have something that almost looks like a mirror, but it's not. But something that looks like a mirror with the other figure on the other side.
Yeah, we to do it with the with Ash from Evil Dead. That'd be awesome too. Because there was that one big moment in the original. He's in the mirror.
Yeah.
And he reaches out and grabs himself. But yeah, these things are great. I cannot wait for the Bela Lugosi. That thing is fucking perfect.
Real quick, for Tony, Hunter peacefully and patriotically made his voice heard to the hooker.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It seriously is. So yeah, there you have it. There was the old Wolfman.
So I do have a couple other things I can kind of partially show off right now.
Yeah, man.
So I got a light out this time, so hopefully we can see these a little better. So the Puppet Master.
Oh yeah.
Blade and torch. I was actually looking everywhere for this, and I don't know what the whatever is on there, but yeah, I had to pick this up secondhand. But
okay,
it almost looks like a steamer trunk in the way they set it up.
Mm-hmm. Someone was selling a birthday gift. It looks like.
Yeah, but yeah, like
they look good though.
They do look amazing, and the jaw is actually articulated on Blade. So even though he's got that weird like Popeye mouth, that moves. So you could put it in different positions.
Oh, excellent!
And then of course Torch comes with his big flamer there and everything. So I mean, really cool. I mean, I love the steamer trunk look that they went with for it. Yeah,
I like that.
So I got that one, and I also had picked up. Trying to hard to juggle this like that. Tunneler and Pinhead.
Sweet.
Now I don't know if they're doing any more of these double packs, but
I don't know either. Is that NECA as well?
Yeah, this is NECA. I mean, this is absolutely amazing looking.
Wow.
Like,
I've never even seen them.
And it comes with all kinds of extras and stuff. Like, look at all the extras that they got sitting in that one.
Oh yeah, man! What they've been doing with these extras are insane.
See if I can get it near the
loading
light.
Up a lot of these figures.
Maybe the light will help bring it out a little more.
I'm surprised they didn't grab the Karate Kid again or the Cobra Kai and do them properly. Do like an ultimate version. Because it's something like they already had the license at one point. Why don't they just do the ultimate ones and really fucking hit a home run?
Well, you know what? I was really both impressed and disappointed when they had the Playmates ones with
Mhm.
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because
Yeah.
they knocked the Cobra Kai figures, I think, out of the park. But when it came to the damn turtle figures, even though they kind of look good, they made so many really bad faux pas on those figures that it was almost like, God, I don't even know if I want to buy any more of these things.
Yeah, it's a damn shame when they do that stuff. You know, it's like your main license would be the turtle side of it, and you fuck them up. That's crazy. That's really nuts. But since you did mention the turtles, I found the cool 2-pack, and yeah, we got
Hey, what's up,
Raphael.
Steve?
What's up, man? Raphael and Casey Jones from the movie. This 2-pack, holy shit, this thing blew me away. I was at Walmart, and it's the only one I saw in the store. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get this, and yeah, it was not like $77 like the Michael Myers 2-pack. This was around 60. So I was able to pull a trigger. I'm like, yeah, that's more reasonable because the figures are about 30 a pop anyway.
And wait a minute, who did this one?
NECA.
NECA did this one?
Yeah, and I know they had released the movie versions a while ago, but I was never able to see it. I never found them in stores. I seen Super Shredder a bunch of times. He was everywhere, and then just one day, never again. It's like he sold out, and that was it. And again, one of the stores had like maybe 15 of them. I'm like, oh, this guy's gonna sit here forever. I was wrong. He sold no matter what. But these guys, I've never seen the turtles themselves in stores. This is the first time I ever did. And I'm like, well, I'm assuming I can take the coat off since it's soft goods, and I definitely want one. And holy shit, I'm happy I did get it because the figure underneath he's a 10 out of 10. Absolutely stunning piece. And yeah, I guess if you're going to get one, it's either Raph or Leonardo would be, those are my two favorite turtles. So yeah, Raphael along with Casey Jones. This was a no-brainer. And holy shit, man, what a great job that they do on this.
Well, here's the funny thing about that too. I mean, I'm sure you remember this, but for those of you who don't remember, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, when they first introduced Casey Jones, he was basically in a small one shot with him and just Raphael. There was no other turtles in that book.
Yeah, I think that's why for the movie they did that as well. They just had that, that they were both being their vigilante selves and running into one another. But yeah, no, he's a cool character, and I love what they did with this thing. He comes with a little arsenal of weapons and hands. He comes with like 8 to 10 hands. It's insane. Again, for a 2-pack like this, the extras were, they went above and beyond for sure. And yeah, the detailing is so damn good on both of these guys. But yeah, I'm not really going to be displaying them with the coat and hat. Again, I didn't get them for that. I got them because I wanted just a regular turtle. Because I love the movie design. It's I grew up with that stuff, and yeah, these guys really nailed it. But all the other extras really, really good. That coat, that soft goods coat, the stitch work in it is really, really good. They have an inner lining. It's all white. Buttons on this thing. Yeah, this was impressive. I didn't know what to expect because I don't normally get NECA figures that have soft goods like that. But yeah, it was great. And even that for his head bandana piece, like they have 3 swap out pieces for the so you could blow it and make it look like it's blowing in the wind or just laying flat on them. Different hands. Really nice sculpt work.
And I tell you what, I wish they would have did that with the ones for the Cobra Kai TMNT ones. I wish they would have just had different hands instead of those movable fingers that didn't hold shit.
Yeah. Again, Playmates, they're not thinking about that stuff because it's just, they're making them in China. There aren't real sculptors working on them. NECA and McFarlane, well, McFarlane's outsourcing too, but he has like specific guidelines. That's why they're a little bit better. But NECA, I think they do a way better job with the sculpts because there are actual artists that are making these. It's not, some factory in China going, yeah, we put the one joint, that's good enough. It's a toy. No, these guys are thinking about articulation. They're thinking about design, texture, all that kind of stuff. And and trust me, man, it's all there. The figure is just truly beautiful. A paint job, everything on this guy. Yeah, it's just truly amazing. And I know there's been like bootleg versions of these too. So yeah, if you can't find the originals, I don't know how good the bootlegs are. I may or may not have ordered one, so I'll find out. But way cheaper. I'm not paying $60 to $80 to $100 on one fucking turtle. I'm not doing it. But if the bootleg ones, if they're they're solid enough, they look good and the paint's great on them, I'll let you guys know.
I'll tell you what, though, like no matter how many times I see different companies actually doing these turtle toys, every single time it still does shock me, because at one point there was no other company that was allowed to touch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise as far as toys, unless it was Playmates. So, I mean, I know it's been a few different companies that have actually delved into it and done figures or done vehicles or whatever, but it just shocks me to this day, because I mean, God, how many years was it? It had to have been close to 20 plus years that no other company was allowed to even come close to touching this.
I think so.
This
Yeah,
franchise.
close to it. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty accurate. Yeah, it's nuts, man. But look what they did. Every bit of paint on the sculpt work, man. I don't even know what to say, man. This is probably one of NECA's best that they've done.
I'll tell you what, man. In the off chance that anybody from NECA is actually watching this, I know that's a really, really big leap of faith right there. But if anybody from NECA was to ever catch this, please, whatever you need to do, talk to these people and try to get the original Turtles from the original run of the comics done.
Mm-hmm.
That would be truly amazing for somebody like me, because I grew up with those comics. Peter Laird. Oh man,
somebody's doing them. I saw there was another guy who does reviews and shit. I forgot what company. I don't know if it's NECA or someone else. Someone's doing the original turtle designs, including with the tails. They're from the comic book and everything. Yeah, there is a place doing it. If I could find it, I'll send you the link. But yeah, someone is definitely doing them. And I'm not sure if they're 2-packs as well. I got to look into it again. I saw it in passing somewhere. So someone I watch on YouTube. But yeah, it's happening. And yeah, I do know the guys at NECA, but I lost contact with them a while ago. I seen them at some conventions here and there. That one guy, Randy, he was one of my coworkers at McFarlane. But yeah, and he's the guy who he knew how to get all these licenses. So yeah. He teamed up with the Money Man, and that's pretty much how NECA kind of got off the ground.
Citizen 333 completely agrees. He said, "Yeah, you can tell they took great care in designing these."
Oh, absolutely! Look at that range of motion in the head. They really want to make sure it was done right. He even has articulation in the upper body, even though there's the shell on him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it is cool. Really, really good shit.
And that was why I got so disappointed with the Playmates version with the Cobra Kai, because there was some articulation there.
Yeah.
But they just screwed up in so many other areas. Like that one, oh God, which one was it? Was that Donatello or was that Michelangelo? It was Michelangelo who had one leg that was longer than the other.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was ridiculous. But again, I told you, that was China. It's just all outsourced to China. And that's what sucks. Yep, it is shit.
Time Prophet, I do recall hearing that. In Britain, the cartoon was changed to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Yeah, someone else had told me that as well.
Have you got Shredder?
No.
They did do a Shredder. I do remember seeing that before.
Yeah, I think there's a 2-pack, I believe, with Shredder and Splinter. But this was, again, I wasn't going to get any of those unless I got a turtle. And unfortunately, I saw those first, and now they don't carry them anymore. But yeah, this 2-pack again, I'm still happy that I got it. I don't need everybody else. But there is a company. Remember, I told you that someone's doing their own version of these turtles that are highly articulated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, apparently they showed Leonardo, and he's got like an alternate kind of samurai kind of helmet hat piece, way more detailed than these. I was, truly impressed. And the articulation is so freaking sick. They have Donatello they showed a photo of, but they're calling them like the elements, like one's wind, one's water. So they're doing it like that since there's the four. So I guess earth and fire will be, Michelangelo and Raphael. But they showed prototypes of a Splinter character as well, with a huge Ronin hat that you could put on them. Like, they did their own takes, but they're clearly the Turtles without getting the license. So,
well, you know what? I mean, technically, it kind of falls in line with some of the stuff that they were doing. Like, remember when the Turtles first came out? It was just, the standard batch of Turtles, and then a few of the bad guy figures that they had. Mostly, it was like army building as far as the foot was concerned, because you just had the foot soldier, you had Shredder, and you had Bebop and Rocksteady, and that was pretty much it for a long time. And then, eventually they started getting all these other designs where they actually had Leonardo in a samurai outfit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think that's why they did it. They put in extra little bells and whistles and like swap out pieces. So you could have a classic look, or you could have kind of like those type of looks that they're sort of known for as well. So,
hey, Dead Punk Gage, what's going on? The sculpt on that looks really good.
yeah.
Time Prophet, the mask reminds me of the Purge. No, you got that wrong. It's the other way around. The mask from the Purge reminds you of this.
Mm-hmm. This came out first. And I love it too. Like, they put the holster bits as well, so you could put his size in the front like that if you want to just store him, and not have him in his hands. So that was cool. The only fuck up was this was bent at the front of it.
I keep forgetting about that. I got to get you one of those heat guns. I got to send one out to you. Yeah, well, I tell you what, a heat gun on that for like 10, not even, probably like 5 seconds, you'll straighten it right out.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Yeah, so yeah, I put it in his side like that, one in his hand, so you could see what you could do. And yeah, Casey Jones, he came with all those weapons. You could do storage on his back. So that was really cool too. Bone, I haven't seen any vehicles for these. I don't think they're going to be doing that, because these are like the 7-inch scale. So I think it would be way too big. I don't remember. Did they have the truck or the van in the movie? I don't remember. I know they had it for the cartoon and the comics.
I remember they had a van in the movie, but I don't think it was anything like, special like it was in the cartoon or the comics.
Right. Yeah. Typically, they don't do that stuff. I know they did a vehicle for Back to the Future, but it's not in proper scale. It's like if the figures were a little bit smaller, it might have worked. But the car, it doesn't feel right. The one that I had gotten for Back to the Future, I got a DeLorean from Diamond Select, and that's almost in perfect scale with the NECA figures. And I found that one for really cheap. It was like around $40 to $50, something like that. And normally a vehicle like that would be, way more expensive, especially after the fact, because they don't make them anymore. So if you find them online, they're like normally around $150 to $200 or some shit. I'm like, I ain't paying that.
Dead Punk Age, they did in the last set live action movies.
Yeah, that I remembered. But for the 1990s versions, I don't remember any vehicle.
No, I don't either.
I
think everything was pretty standard in that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Citizen 333, it would be pretty big with this scale. Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. At one point in like the late 70s, early 80s, everything was kind of scaling down because figures were huge, and then they scaled them down. We are actually in a phase right now where they're scaling figures back up again. And I've seen it across the board. I don't care if it's DC, if it's Marvel, even Transformers. They have certain figures that are so humongous that they carry a price tag of 150 plus to buy one of them.
Yeah.
Did you see the special? There's a special edition ones that they did for the Transformers. They're called the Train Bots. Now, originally the Train Bots were something that were only added to Takara in Japan. And they were like, I want to say the original set was something like 5 different trains that were like trains from Japan, like the bullet trains. And they would form a big giant robot. This thing was probably 2.5 to 3 feet tall, at least.
Wow.
So the new ones that they're doing now, these things look like they're almost the size, each train is the size of a Titan figure. Because they're somewhere around 150 some odd dollars, 160 something a piece. And
they're releasing them?
And they're releasing them. So far, no, they're releasing them like through special, mail away places. Like I have not seen them in a store.
Yeah.
I never seen any of the Titan figures in any of the stores. But
right.
Yeah, what's that one? Entertainment Earth. I seen that they have a couple of them on their site. And I don't know how many more they're releasing. I don't know if they're going to do the whole entire 5 train set or if they're maybe only going to do a 3 train set.
Yeah.
But these big giant figures are supposed to form together to form the bigger figure.
Wow. I seen it's like a third party company doing them. And there's this one guy who I watch every now and then that does Transformers reviews. And he had, I think, 2 of them. And yeah, like the train versions and the figures themselves are pretty damn massive. So I could only imagine how that thing's going to be when you put it all together.
It's got to be humongous. I mean, I know they did a more modern take when they started doing the War for Cybertron and stuff like that, or it might have even been right at the end of the Power of the Primes line. But they did an extremely large version of Predaking, which was the 5 wild animals. They were it was like a lion, a rhino, and I'm trying to remember if it was like a vulture or a hawk or something. But they had these 5 different animals that would form this big giant robot Predaking. Now, in the original line, each one of those figures was roughly the size of one of the Decepticon jets. So it was pretty big. So 5 of them formed together formed like about a 2 to 2.5 foot tall Gestalt robot, which was pretty huge for the original line. So when they did this more modern take of it, from what I understand, that one's supposed to be about almost 3 feet high. It's so big. It's supposed to be almost the size of a Titan figure.
Holy hell. Wow. Oh, by the way, I did see Sludge in the store.
I'm waiting for mine. I am waiting for him. Like, I pre-ordered that shit, I don't even know how many months ago, and I'm still waiting on it.
Shit. That sucks, man. Yeah, no, I couldn't. It's too big and too expensive for me right now.
Well, I already have Grimlock. I already have. I don't care what they say. It's Slag. I have Grimlock. I have Slag. So I gotta have Sludge. And if they come out with Snarl and Swoop, which I'm pretty sure they will, I'm going to be getting them too because I'm going to have all 5 of those Dinobots.
Yeah, I only have Grimlock, so I'm like, do I need this right now? No. Do I have space? No. And yeah, too rich for my blood. Plus, I bought something else that was kind of big that day. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Always go big, Vinny. What's going on, Nelson the Gentleman? Hail to everyone. And may the gash be with you.
May the gash be with you. Speaking of which, Star Wars, well, not Star Wars, but good old Hans Cock. Yeah, I got that figure finally. I waited for him nearly 2.5 years. This figure was freaking delayed so many damn times because of the whole pandemic, and then they upped the ante on this guy. They gave him a real leather jacket. I got Indiana Jones, and I did the whole review as good old Harrison Ford. And this thing was killer. Very, very impressed with this third-party company, Present Toys. These guys, they know what they're doing. I'll say that for sure. Hot Toys, yeah, I think now they can start running scared by these third-party companies because they're doing it better. Third-party company with 2 head sculpts, leather jacket. Yeah, that's impressive. They even put
How
like a
about the
little.
whip?
The whip is nice. I think that it could be the fake leather, but there is a wire in almost half of it. Not
Nice.
the full bit, but yeah, like from like the handle up until a certain point. But yeah, this guy, holy shit, what a beautiful figure. And yeah, again at a more reasonable price compared to these other companies. Yeah, that's the second head sculpt, which it's okay for what it is, but the main head that's your money maker. And yeah, it comes with a base, whip, gun, the holster with like a magnetic bit as well, so it stays shut. There's the coat. Yeah, this guy was really good. I see maybe the weakest part of this figure is possibly the underbody that they used. I would have preferred if they had one that had double joints for the elbows. This has a single joint. And the arm, well, the right arm is pretty damn stiff on this guy. Yeah, I didn't want to push it too much, but other than that, this guy is just incredible. You put the jacket on him, put everything you need, and yeah, there you go. There's Indy. This thing is, I've seen some people do comparisons like with the Hot Toys in the sideshow. I'm sorry, this thing takes the cake. If anything, because some people complain that the pants might look a little tight, they should have been baggier. Just slide them down a little bit further down on the hips, and you can kind of pull the legs a little bit more, so it looks a little more natural.
Yeah, pull your pants up, kid. Pull your pants up.
He's like an old man. You gotta pull them up nice and high on my nipples.
Angela Straven says, you just need a custom hands cock head sculpt now.
Yeah, actually, I could probably use my my Green Arrow has a mask. I'm gonna see if I could put her on the eyes. I think you nailed it. But yeah, no, this thing is just
No, it doesn't look like it does. No.
What's that? Oh yeah, no, he didn't.
Dead punk. Yeah.
He could have though. They should have thrown something in there. But yeah, no idol.
You know, at the very least, here's what they should have done, and this is just me. They should have put the medallion in.
Yeah, they could have.
That would have been something small. It wouldn't have taken much room up in the packaging.
I agree. Some kind of treasure piece would have been good. It could have worked, but again.
Well, do you remember the original 12-inch one that they came out in the 80s? I mean, I still have mine. The only thing I don't have with mine that came with it is it came with the that little golden head at the very beginning scene that he's exchanging the bag of sand with. Yeah, that's what that one came with. Like even something like that could have worked with this.
Yeah, I could have. I should have taken the Alpha Molina head and put it in the shot too. Remember, he was the guy who took the idol from him and then died.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that could have worked. But yeah, no, this thing is just amazing. I really love when these companies, you know, they put those little extras. Like again, there's 2 magnets in here, so the gun holster stays shut. You know, they didn't have to do shit like that, but they did, and it works. So that's a beautiful touch. And again, doing real leather finally. None of these companies do that shit. They've all been afraid to. But yeah, they did it, and it works. The whip is fantastic. So you got part of it coiled up. There's a wire like right to about where my fingers are, down to the hilt. So that's good. You can get him in good poses.
Yeah, so you can actually get it so it looks like he's cracking the whip.
Yep. So yeah, man. They thought about a lot. So I'll give them that for sure. And yeah, I think even the zipper works on the coat. But yeah, I'm not keeping it closed. It's staying open. He's got those little metal kind of buckle things in the back there. Yeah, this thing's beautiful. And that is not easy to do. A leather jacket at that scale.
Well, I don't know. People apparently tailor for Walton, so it's definitely possible.
But a leather jacket for Walton? Come on. You're like, oh, Vinny, I saw that toy. I need a new coat. Oh, God. Ooh, it feels like, is this real leather? But, I mean, even the tailoring, though, on the clothes itself, I mean, they did a really nice job. Like, that's a lot of work. You know, he's got pockets and everything. Even the shoes, what they did. I think the shoes are fake leather, but, you know, it's real laces on there and everything. Like, you know, a little bit weathered on the top of them.
It almost looks like it did like a stitching pattern in the bottom of the shoes, too.
Yeah. Yeah, they most certainly did. I'm telling you, this company, man, holy shit. I think it's one of the first figures I have from them. I might have one other piece. But yeah, no, for something that's, you know, supposed to have like a, you know, proper license, but they don't have the license. They did a great job. Yeah, head articulation is awesome. He does have a really good diaphragm joint. This surprised me. They don't normally have that kind of a joint. Arms are ratcheted, but again, I think a little too stiff. It's better on the left. The right one's very, very stiff. But sadly, only one a single joint for the elbow. But yeah, no, he's got great pivot and
Hope Walton's been wearing them Jimmy hats. His grandma been knitting them. What's
shit.
going on, Zachariah 315? And I seen Alf Jeebus is in the house too. What's up?
Sweet. What up, Alf? Excellent. But, yeah. Oh, he's got good articulation for the ankles too, considering it's, you know, like a, you know, half a high top boot thing going on. But yeah, this thing is it belongs in a museum. That's for damn sure. Beautiful piece.
Well, I suppose that's why they did like small changes, like a little bit of color variances in his clothing and stuff like that. And instead of Indiana Jones, just Jones.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the licensing.
Yeah. Again, they have their own little loopholes and shit, which is fine. But again, just I'm surprised they're able to do what they're doing because yeah, anyone would really crack down on this. But that's why you find them, get them as soon as you could, because once they're gone, they're usually gone for good. I got mine at the place I got it from. They don't. I think he's sold out. Toys Wonderland, I think, still has them. But yeah, you'll be paying a little bit more. The place I got it from. Again, this was like 2.5 years ago that I put the order down. Because when I saw them, they're like, "Oh yeah, it only comes out in a couple months." Boy, was I wrong. But that happens a lot with these figures too. So, and considering what had happened with the whole pandemic shit, a lot of those factories were completely shut down. They weren't letting people going in for nothing.
It's not even his final form. Horny Alpha is now Alf Jeebus. That's not even his final form. What's going on, Ancient One? I hope you were doing well.
Hey, Ancient One. That's right. He called me a professor. That's great. I need a hot blonde in the front row with big tits.
Well, you have talked quite a few times about some of these third-party companies that are making stuff, and when it comes to Transformers, I am very particular. And I know you were talking about the Devastator one. I picked up that one. I mean, other than like some really loose limbs in the smaller robot forms,
yeah,
they still look amazing, and the amount of engineering that they put in to be able to change these things the way you can was pretty astounding. So when I was out there looking around at a few of these other third-party ones, I did finally find another Transformer that I was willing to get. There was a third-party Transformer, Megatron, and he comes with all these extras like the energy mace and the sword that he uses in the 86 movie, the almost like lightsaber type of sword he uses.
Yeah.
It comes with all those extras, with him, and I was like, damn, this thing looks amazing. And he transforms into a damn gun and not a tank.
That is beautiful. Yeah, I did find my Megatron, the third party one, the one that's the same size as that really big Optimus I have. But I don't know if I'll be doing the review on him because I am not transforming him. I told you his legs are like origami. Virtually impossible to transform the effing thing. That really pissed me off. But his robot mode is what I wanted anyway because that thing looks amazing. But and again, those they call them the crotch grabbers. Usually the stands that they have. They do have a different wire you could put in there as well if you could find them too, and it just like it could hug around the waist. But for something like this, like I wouldn't want to mess with that leather jacket. So for what they put in there, it's fine. And
Papa wants to know: is it called a gooch stand? What's up, Apex?
Stand.
The gas stand. Ron Perlman approved.
He's like, oh, I like the gash. But yeah, and we do have the Uncharted figure here as well. Also third party. That was another company, CC Toys, and I love that figure. He looks amazing. I have him on a motorcycle. I found a 1/6 scale motorcycle a long time ago for about like $30 or $40. So yeah, it looks awesome. But yeah, I had to put the two of them together. So because one inspired the other, and we got our treasure hunters. We're just missing a Tomb Raider for the treasure hunter trio. But these things are great. And that Uzi is actually from Hot Toys Iron Man the Mechanic. That's what that came with. So, but yeah, so there you go. We have just a beautiful piece I punched in so you guys get a better look at the detail while he was rotating. And man, this guy's a 10 for 10. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
That's always amazing to see some of these companies do that stuff. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention. Do you remember you were mentioning about some of the stands that you got with the Street Fighter figures?
Yeah.
You said you got it from some company from overseas. They were like the base, the clear plastic bases with the articulating top, so you can make it look like the figures are flying, and it's a good steady base. Yeah. That Megatron that I ordered actually comes with that base.
Oh, beautiful.
So I don't know if it's like maybe part of the same company that makes the bases or what, but once I get that one in, I'll have to do a review for it and show you that thing. But from what I can see, it looks wonderful.
Yeah, the figure arts they typically come with those stands, which is great, And I will be getting back to doing more Street Fighter reviews as well. I know I kind of put a little pause on that, but there's a couple other ones that came in, and obviously I wanted to review them, including this guy. Again, waiting 2.5 years. Yeah, you bet your ass I wanted to shoot this thing right away. But yeah, I mean,
even the detail on the eyes on that one. Yeah, I was see that we both went to the same place at the same time.
That's it, man. We know what's up, but when there's quality there,
simpatico
for sure, brother. But yeah, there's some good companies out there, and they're doing a very nice job. So, there was another piece I could show, but before I do, there was where the fuck is it? I have a folder to put in. Remember the Resident Evil figures I showed last time?
Yeah.
Well, they did release another Claire, the one that was actually from the remake game, and a lot of people they got pissed too because they put the pre-orders in and they're like, oh, you guys did end up making her, so now we have one where you're not going to see those joints except for the wrist, and with the new body that they have, this thing is ripped right out of the game. It looks truly spectacular. And that's this is an official product. This is Damn Toys. They have the license. It's where all the logos and shit are on it. This thing is a win. So you can still take the jacket off. So you'll see those joints. But again, I know we both kind of said, yeah, the knees were the only thing that they kind of
the knees. They
looked
had
weird.
that big. It looked like a oh god, like a big giant knee brace buckler or something.
Yeah, sort of.
It stood out a little bit too much.
Yeah, which for me, I didn't mind it that much, but yeah, that's the one thing that did stand out. Like the elbows, they did fine. I think that looks okay if you wanted to keep it without the jacket. But yeah, no, this figure, she looks really, really good, man. Again, it's like they scanned it right out of the game, and boom, there you go. So, God bless them. So, I'm assuming this jacket's going to be fake. I don't think they're doing real leather because you could tell how they do it and what you just saw before. It'd be great if it was real, but I don't think it will be. This is just a prototype, and I think she's coming out next year. But yeah, they put in their solicitations and all their, the pre-order shit. But again, paint job is damn good. So impressive. Yeah, the work on this thing is it's really great. Obviously, that's sculpted in, but again, there's a lot of little details, and I think they nailed it, including the Made in Heaven thing. Okay, Resident Evil, one of my favorite franchises. And yeah. Oh, I let them have it on Twitter today. It was pretty funny. I had a couple of them like crying. Oh, look at the racist. I put out a checklist basically of what Netflix had done. That's all I put. I didn't get into any of it. And they go, oh, look, because I put Black Wesker and Black female lead. Oh, look, right away, racism. Oh, go fuck yourselves, you douchebags. It's shit.
You know what? Netflix is one of those companies that they could either knock it out of the park or they could drive you absolutely insane with their stupidity.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand what they're doing with some of these shows, but I mean, I did see a movie that was like a Netflix exclusive. Yep. Woody Harrelson, Kevin Hart, the man from Toronto.
Okay. Was it good or shit?
It was actually really good.
Oh, nice.
It was funny, but it had some action in it. It was a good film, and I was actually surprised. And it did just come out this year too. So,
wow. So yeah, like you said, sometimes they have hits, sometimes they have misses. I talked about that show Arcane. People, oh yeah, it's woke, it's this and that. I saw it; it was fucking fantastic, based off that League of Legends shit or whatever. But I thought they did an amazing job. Resident Evil completely dropped the ball. Pure shit. And when you take a main character like Wesker and you just steal his name and put it on another character who happens to be black and is nothing like Albert Wesker from the games, yeah, you bet your ass people are going to be vocal about it. When you push these generic shitty fucking characters, the Mary Sue type ones out of nowhere, yeah, of course people are going to be fucking upset. It's not Resident Evil. Sorry. We shouldn't be focused on high school drama bullshit. It's supposed to be a damn zombie show, survival horror, those elements, evil corporation that is basically fucking over the world for their own benefit. That's what it's supposed to be, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, Angela Straven, I can actually see that. A bit of a parody of Iceman from Top Gun.
Yeah, that's what he was supposed to be. In the original game, they had like actors in costumes for like the opening, and that's what it was. It was supposed to be like those kind of cheesy, kind of almost knockoffs like that. But for what the story was and where it ended up going, yeah, it got more serious and more dark, and it was fucking cool. But yeah, it's supposed to have those action elements mixed with your horror survival aspects. Claustrophobic type scenarios, those type of things. That's what made Resident Evil so good. Not these open worlds and they're filled with zombies who are running top speed and all that shit. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, I love the villains in Resident Evil. They were all awesome.
Yeah, Apex. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Then I was actually surprised how good it was.
I'll have to queue it up. A show that I started watching, which is actually really good. It's on FX though. The Old Man with Jeff Bridges and John Lithgow.
That's on HBO Max.
It's on HBO Max.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been watching it on Hulu.
I'm positive I seen it listed on HBO Max. I could have swore I did.
I don't have HBO Max. I've been watching on Hulu, but in the corner it says that it's FX. But they're still dropping. Like I think they drop on Fridays. But I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes. It's really good. Surprisingly good. But yeah, so there's still stuff out there.
Not unless I'm mistaken, but I could have swore I seen it on HBO Max. I don't know. I'll have to double check that. Because I don't even want to watch the other one on Hulu because I haven't been turning it on. Was Orville? I am just completely uninterested in that show.
No, I no way. Frankie started watching it, and a bunch of people kept talking about it. I saw like part of an episode. I'm like, this shit is so woke. But seriously, not just saying it. Like those characters, some of the shit that they talk about. I'm like, how are people watching this? Seth MacFarlane
It wasn't like that the first 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons weren't like that. They were actually, there was quite a few episodes where they were actually poking fun at the way I guess you would say the woke crowd is.
Yeah.
They had poked fun at them in quite a few episodes. And then this season is just like a complete departure from where the first 2 seasons were. First off, if you watch the first 2 seasons, they had some serious moments in it, but it was more comedy than anything. It didn't take itself too serious. It had fun.
Yeah.
This season, they're taking everything serious, and everything's got to be a big agenda in it. And it's like, to me, it's just boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's it. They always go down that path. I know Seth MacFarlane is a diehard lefty. He really went there. Every stupid attack he does, all this other shit. At first, I thought it was just so he could get some Hollywood gash, but gash. But no, it looks like he really is that kind of a scumbag anyway. And this is someone who was given a second chance. He was actually supposed to be on one of the flights that crashed into the World Trade Center, and he got too drunk the night before, missed the flight, and he was literally supposed to be on one of those planes. So that's what you do with the rest of your life. You end up being a fucking piece of shit trying to cause more problems out there. And come on, some of these people, they can't help themselves, and it's stomach turning. But yeah, that's why I'm not going near that stupid show. I'm glad that some people enjoyed it, at least the first 2, but nah. I saw part of an episode, and I'm like, yeah, I can't. This looks fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? Bone, absolutely. I will say this, like in the I can't remember if it was in season 1 or season 2, but there's this one episode where one of the main guys is Bortus, this one alien on there. They're almost like their version of a Klingon in a way, but kind of like dumbed down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So him and his mate, which they're a planet of mostly all males. So the males get together and have relationships, and that's just like, well, okay, well, whatever. And apparently they lay eggs to procreate.
Oh, God.
But there's one episode where they find out about cigarettes, and they start replicating cigarettes from 20th century and stuff like that. And these 2 are smoking them and eating them and everything else. And it's quite hilarious that the episode is so comical. And it's part of what I said, like they didn't take themselves too serious. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they had fun until season 3.
Yeah, that's it. When you take the fun out of it, it's dumb. Like I said the same thing about What We Do in the Shadows, because they're vampires and they're bisexual, and in almost all the vampire type shit that you see out there, they always do that stuff. But they do it in a funny ass way on the show. So like I don't really give a shit. And those actors are so good. But yeah, because like they're having giant orgies and shit. But some of the stuff that happens, What We Do in the Shadows, that's the one thing I'll give Watiki. But we also have that guy Jermaine. I forgot his last name, but that guy is one of the top writers, and yeah, that show is just fucking funny as hell. Matt Berry, that guy should get all the awards and be in everything. He's just that guy's a comedic genius.
Time Prophet. No, there is He says there is a female Mocklin now. No, there isn't a female Mocklin now. There was a female Mocklins in the show, like probably all the way back to the first season. But the planet is mostly male.
Red's
It's not like female Mocklins is a brand new thing in the show. It was there from the beginning.
Nice. I like that Red's asking Draven how he feels about gay vampires.
It's funny you should mention that there are gay vampires.
His reply is perfect.
And Rice wrote about them.
Yeah. The reply is priceless, though. Hail Draven.
I don't know. As long as they ain't trying to suck me, I'm good. Well, that all depends, Draven. If you ask Red, as long as you are not receiving, you're good. Or wait a minute, or is it? Yeah, it's receiving, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. That's a question best left to Red. He knows
it's all
ins
too
and outs of
gay.
that.
Oh shit. Oh, I did have one more figure. Let me show this one. Almost forgot about this one. We have Haunt from Todd McFarlane and Robert Kirkman. So this is a very interesting character. Basically, Robert Kirkman put Todd McFarlane on the spot at a convention and during a Q&A. He goes, how come you aren't creating any more comic book characters? Why is it only Spawn? Oh, shit, Frankie.
Frankie's great.
That was awesome. But yeah, this character, I have like the first 11 or 12 issues of this thing. I did like it, but when Capullo left and Robert Kirkman left, I left. But yeah, so basically they put him on the spot. He goes, how come you aren't creating any more characters and shit? So he goes, if you want to help me write it, I'll work on it. And he said yes. So this character was created by Robert Kirkman, Todd McFarlane, Ryan Otley, and Greg Capullo. So Ryan Otley was the original artist on Invincible. He did, I think, Capullo did the layouts, and then Otley did the finishes, but he couldn't do 2 books at once for more than like 2 months or whatever. So I think on issue 4 or 5, Capullo took over. It's kind of what got Capullo back into drawing comics, because then after this, he got hired by DC to do Batman. But yeah, this story was interesting. So this character, the guy underneath this kind of suit, this is like a ghost that's on top of him, like it's like ectoplasm or something of the character's dead brother. So the dead guy was a mercenary who gets killed on the job, and the people who killed him were actually the ones he worked for, and they were out to kill everyone else that was related to him, and they go after his brother. Now his brother happens to be a priest who's losing his faith, and when he's about to get killed, the ghost of the mercenary dude goes to push him out of the way and ends up like going on top of him, like almost like a suit. Yeah, it's Spawn Zombie essentially. I know there was a comic book out there in the indie scene that ripped off of this, which was
Draven would be able to let you know for sure, Luffy.
But for what the series was, though, it was pretty cool for what it was. But again, it's the same shit. It's all in Todd's wheelhouse of Spawn, Venom, the same stupid thing. Your costume's alive. Like I almost wasn't gonna get it at all, but I do like Capullo's work, and I was kind of interested in the story, and there were some cool things in this. So I like the character for what it was. Where it ended up going, I could not tell you. Again, I stopped picking up the series because if you change creatives like that, and in a big way, yeah, I think the book ended up it failed. But they put like a backup story in that King Spawn book or some shit. He was trying to do like a new something or other, a new series. But Yeah. It is what it is. Actually, I kind of became friends with Capullo before he got the Batman job. So, oh yeah, he's been working on Batman for maybe 8 years now, something like that. The new 52 was the start of it. The first one you need to get, Bone, is the Court of Owls. That trade paperback. That's what I would recommend. So yeah, it's Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. But Greg he had his choice. He either do a team book over at Marvel or do Batman. And I was happy to persuade him. I'm like, yeah, man, you got to do Batman. Are you kidding me? Because he was afraid he was going to be in Todd's shadow. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, Todd did 2 books. He did like 2 fucking books for DC that were Batman related and a couple covers. I said, you're not going to be in anyone's shadow, trust me. And yeah, I was fortunate to see one of his first drawings too that he did for the Batman book. He had emailed me a shot of it, and holy fuck, yeah, Greg knew what he was doing over there. So I wasn't a fan of the metal and all that shit. I skipped on those. I thought they were getting too weird. But his official kind of first runs were, I thought, really good. But this book, he did a very nice job with it as well. The character's supposed to be more like Spider-Man type in his movements. So this figure upset me with that diaper that he's got around him. That stupid diaper limits his leg articulation. And yeah, it ends up, articulation becomes a fail because of that. Arms are great. I mean, even though he's got like the bigger dumb ball joints for the wrist, it has a good aesthetic. It looks good on the shelf, but if you want to get him into really good poses and shit that he did in the comics, you can't. Yeah, you're very limited because of those stupid leg joints. Why does he insist on doing that?
That's part of McFarlane's. They should be more like statues.
Again, he spent this much money putting articulation into, the rest of the figure. Why would you drop the ball and do like this sculpted diaper thing just to show an ass? Like, it makes no sense.
Because Biden wears a diaper.
True. But Todd's Canadian. I got a book called Spawn. But no, again, I do like what they did with this. There's a lot of detail in this figure. And he looks good with Spawn. And these 2 characters, I believe, are in the same universe. But, yeah. So, it is what it is. But,
it's painted.
Yeah.
It's just like washed out colors.
Yeah. Because, again, it's, for the whole aesthetic of the book, it had like a slight depressing tone to it. Obviously, if it's dealing with death and all that shit. I don't know why they're so obsessed with that all the time in their books. But, yeah, I don't know. Todd's kind of weird, but I think I've talked about that multiple times during streams. Yeah, Joe Biden, yeah, he does wear diapers.
Yeah, and I totally got that comment, Papa. That was right around the time of the talk of the gay vampire.
Oh, gotcha.
Antonio Banderas' character was gay in the books written by Anne Rice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to do the comparison shot with Swamp Thing. Because, dude, that's still one of my favorites that he's released.
Yeah, that thing is freaking huge.
It is. And it's fine that he's got a diaper because of, again, that's not a character you want to put in crazy poses anyway. Swamp Thing. He's not doing Spider-Man poses, so I don't give a shit for that. But for Haunt, yeah, dude, fix that articulation, dumbasses. You could see that it's getting all stretched, the plastic, just being in that pose. It's like, what the fuck? But, so yeah.
No, it's one of the things that I haven't been able to figure out with McFarlane. Like, I mean, they can go so far with some of the stuff that they're doing, and then they just drop the ball. And I know you're saying a lot of this stuff is being outsourced to China to be built. Is that part of the problem with the dumb shit like this? Because it's a cheaper way for them to put the figures together?
Absolutely. Because, I mean, most of them, like, they're sculpting on the computer now, too. So I know there's certain characters and shit, you could tell that there was more thought put into it. But that's because of whoever sculpted it on the computer. But for the most part, Yeah, they're just sending these files and shit over to China, and they're popping them out. That's why there's a lot of QC issues. There's a lot of inconsistencies in paint jobs. I told you about the Princess Bride. There was the Andre the Giant figure. Looked like dog shit. The first batch that was released, and I saw them sitting in Books A Million all the time. They released the second batch, and the paint job they fixed on it. I guess there were so many complaints, and the figure wasn't selling. And it's funny because the sculpt was actually there. Like, you could see Andre in it, and the paint job was way better. But at that point, I'm like, no, I already passed on that line. I'm not picking it up. And I do like what they did with the second wave. They have like a bloody version of Montoya there, Mandy Patinkin's character. And he looks great, but the Man in Black
Indigo
looks like
Montoya.
shit. Yeah, that's
I
it.
am Indigo Montoya.
You killed my father.
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
But yeah, the Man in Black there, Wesley, he looks like shit. The sculpt is horrible on the face.
The Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah, it looked odd by his head and everything. It looked like, what the fuck?
Well, I thought the same thing when I seen the Princess one. I couldn't quite figure out what was off about the figure, but something just looked off to me about it.
Yeah, the second one looks way better. They did the version from when the witch is going boo boo, where she's got like that kind of light bluish white dress on or whatever with the crown. That one looks great. She looked really good. The one in red looked like shit.
What is it? What is that in his mouth?
It's like all black. The way that they did it in the comic, like it comes down over his face, and then even the teeth are like.
Yeah, but I mean, it almost looks like there's something silver right in the middle of his open mouth.
Yeah, I think it's just a reflection of the light. In the comics, I think like.
Okay.
It was even like inside of him. I think I forgot. It's been a while since I looked at it, but yeah, it's Venom. That's all it is. It's Venom with more like white painted on him. Yeah, spirit version. So it's not as smooth. It's like that lumpy shit, basically. Lumpy ectoplasm. But again,
what's going on, Awesome One?
How you doing, Awesome One? But again, for what it is, like the comic book was fun. I did enjoy it. Hey, shit! Someone
I can't even remember the last.
They did a version of it.
I was going to say I can't remember the last one I picked up. It was either I know I picked up 300, so I can't remember if it was like 301 or 302. Spawn was probably like the last books I got, and they came out, God, almost 2 years ago now. I think
the record breaker, right?
Yeah.
I went back and I got that one issue because one of the characters I designed they put on the cover, which is funny because it was not a Spawn. When it was from the medieval line that I designed, it was called the Skull Crusher. He wasn't the Spawn on the line, but in the comic books they made him a Spawn. That's pretty hilarious. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'll take that. It's the character I designed. You bet your ass. So I'm on the record-breaking Spawn issue.
Nice. It's a shame you'll never see a penny for it, though, right?
No. That's not how that works with those douches. And that's one of the reasons why I walk away from these companies. Like, again, are you going to make sure your employees who are making you millions, that they get hooked up as well? No? Well, go fuck yourself. Create my own
At the very least, now here's what I would say. At the very least, even if you're not going to pay them anything extra for their artwork, if it's getting reused because it was so good or whatever, at the very least, they should at least give them guys credit.
Well, that was an argument that the people who left had, like the Four Horsemen dudes. They left because of that. They wanted their names on the packaging, and that was a big fight that they had. It was maybe like a year or two before I got there. They had left, and they landed a deal with Mattel to do He-Man, and they stayed in the area. They go, where do you want, and where do you want to be like your main office that you work out of? And they all agreed they wanted to stay a block away from McFarlane, where the art studio was, just so they could fucking rub it in their face. Those guys were hilarious.
She sure song Winnie the Ping.
She strong. Winnie the Ping. You got it. Can't see me, motherfuckers.
They got a horror movie coming out for that.
John Cena in China?
No, Winnie the Pooh.
A horror movie with Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, it's called Blood Honey or something like that. That's right, they stole your shit, sucker.
Oh, bother. Oh, Piglet.
Good God. Everybody wants to bug me in the middle of something.
I like that. You get the Matrix thing.
You know why? Because it confuses people when you're out and about and that happens.
Yeah. It's like, uh-oh. Should I be red-pilled? Oh, fuck. Excellent. Oh, by the way, next Thursday, I will be on I think, Dick's Division. They had invited me, so I don't know if you want to start this one a little bit earlier or I bow out at a certain point. But yeah, I'm supposed to be over there. I think it's around 8:30.
Okay.
I got to double check with them. But yeah, we had set up a while ago. But they were messaging me this week, just so you know.
All right. Nighttime Prophet. Yeah, not a problem. I mean, we could always just run a real short one.
Yeah, we could do that too. Or we could make up for it on the Friday stream over on my channel.
That we could always do that as well.
Cool. Excellent.
I mean, what the hell? I just lost 2 weeks. I mean, I don't think missing another show is going to kill me that much.
Yeah, no. But again, it's just if it's delayed just a day or something, who cares?
Have a good one, Nelson. I know we're getting ready to close out ourselves.
Yep.
Yes, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Okay. Blood and Honey.
Wow. Disney signed off on hilarious.
That? I don't think they did, but because this looks like it's some smaller, horror company that's doing it.
Oh, okay.
Like it looks like almost very B-rated looking. I seen somebody posted there earlier. They posted like I guess what's supposed to be the front trailer picture or poster picture for it. Somebody posted on Twitter. Oh, okay. I was just laughing. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny.
That's weird. I think I just looked it up. Yeah, it's just creepy looking.
Disney doesn't own Pooh. They did. And as far as I know, the original lawsuit filed from the descendants had never gotten their lawsuit, taken care of in court yet. Because I know Disney kept just pushing it off, continuance after continuance, because they just didn't want to deal with it.
Oh yeah, they're good at screwing over people.
But I mean, I know this shit right now with the internet is driving me nuts. It's really hamstringing everything that I normally would be doing. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is even affecting the little shorts that I put up on my channel. I'm having a hard time even putting a minute short up. I can't even do that. Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is all fucking ridiculous. But hey, that's how they roll.
Well, I'm hoping to have this stuff all squared away before next week. I'm hoping. If not, I may have to push stuff off again. It's ridiculous. Just as I get better, I get slapped with this. And it's driving me nuts too, because I have so many figures that I have ready to review. Like I've got piles and piles of figures and toys sitting everywhere, just outside of the room. Mm-hmm. I mean, just sitting out here next to the computer, I've got a huge pile of Transformer figures sitting here, even some G1 parts. Like this goes all the way down to my floor. Like there's a giant pile of Transformer figures sitting there, just right there. That's not including all the ones that I've got sitting in that back room. So I've got so many figures to review and put up, and some of them are ready to go, but I can't upload them. And it's driving me crazy, man.
That
I want to get these things out here. I want to have some fun. I want to show everybody these awesome toys that I got sitting here, and I can't even do it right now.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you, man. Yeah, it's shit. I hate when that happens. Yeah, because I got so much work to do. There's shit I need to clean out still. And then I got a stack of figures and things that I want to review these. I had one sitting here for like 4 months that I didn't touch, I didn't review, still in the box. You know, it's because I got no time for a lot of things, but it's just a juggling act these days.
I'll tell you what, I've got so many figures backed up in that room right now that I'm backed up like some of these heads of comic skates with getting their projects out.
But don't worry, there's going to be a second chance campaign after second chance campaign for a book that didn't even get released yet.
Well, a second chance to not get it.
Yeah. Fucking retarded. But yeah, don't worry though. They're jumping all over someone else's dick trying to get attention.
Yeah. Well, when you're failing, try to fail uphill as best you can, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we'll support the guy who's making over $1 million now. And I'm sure a fight's gonna brew real soon with those two. I can guarantee you that.
Go ahead, Ancient One. If you want to put something in there for a raid, go ahead. Be my guest.
Nice. Oh, someone brought up the Hiss tank that Hasbro Pulse is doing. Did you happen to see that, Tommy?
They're doing another one?
No, this one is in scale for the Classified series, the series that I like to collect.
Oh, okay. No, I did not see that.
That I have a hard time fucking finding. Yeah, you got to see this thing. Let me see if I can find it for you. Wow, man. But the price tag on this.
Did I tell you what else I pre-ordered? Since we're talking about pre-orders from like series and stuff like that. Before I forget it, I had actually pre-ordered. They had another mashup crossover, Street Fighter Transformers.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered a 2-pack of RC and Hot Rod. Hot Rod is Ken, and RC is Chun-Li.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have told you about that on Twitter.
Yeah, you sent me photos. I seen Bison and Ryu somewhere as well. Online.
Yes. Bison is Megatron, and Ryu is Optimus Prime.
Yeah, which is interesting. Interesting that they did that. Yeah, Ken looked weird as shit, but I think Chun-Li looked pretty good.
Yeah, RC.
The RC version.
Yeah, Chun-Li is RC. Yeah, that one looked spectacular.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm hoping that the Hot Rod Ken one looks a little bit better in person. You know.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, yeah, because it looked weird. The car version looks good, but the Street Fighter version, not so much.
Nah.
But yeah, look at this fucking $300.
Wow.
For this. So it comes with one of these troopers, but apparently with all the things that they unlocked, you end up getting 4 extra figures attached to this. And there's one in particular that almost sold me, but that is a lot of money, and I can't pull that right now. But shit, man. It's got a light up feature as well. So you have the logo it's on the floor. Like, yeah, there's a lot of cool shit. They swap out like the gun turrets with what they unlock too. You get different missile launchers and shit.
I like the harness too.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so much good stuff that they put in here. I'll scroll down, but yeah, you got to see some of this. Apparently, So there's I think 4 different versions. You get different color schemes on this guy, and then they have a female version that they added on as well. The back opens up. It looks really good, man.
And the other thing I was going to say is I can see those
Light up
tank
features.
treads look like they're rubber.
They look like it. I honestly don't know. They could be. But I know there's a bunch
I
of
don't know.
light-up
That looks
features.
like rubber to me. It doesn't look like plastic. I mean, just the way it looks to me, it looks like it's rubber.
Right. Well, for the price that they're charging, yeah, that thing better be able to fucking move. But yeah, so all right, there's that main figure that comes with them. Where was it? It was on the other day. All right, so these are some of the unlockables. So they put extra missiles and shit you could attach, which are great. Different parts, so you could swap out panels and shit, which is also nice. Let's see here. You have more guns and weapons. You could really arm this thing to the teeth. Here's a female version that they put in there. This nearly got me, man. They gave us classic Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander.
Yeah. So he's apparently attached to this, and they did like the when they did the mistake when they printed the figure. So the Cobra logo is kind of botched a little bit because that was like the original release of the figure. So like they threw a nod to that, which is awesome. But man, that looks good. And yeah, here are the. Well, I think people are voting on what color scheme they want for the next. But I'd probably be leaning towards this one. But yeah, so it's crazy what these guys are doing. But yeah, this is, man, that looks fucking good. So he is unlocked. So these definitely going to be coming with this set. So yeah, it looks like there's going to be a number of different figures with the tank. And, yeah, so they keep hitting home runs with this. I'll tell you that whole classified line are amazing. They're just very, very difficult to find. Scalpers are scumbags. You'd think with Hasbro on their own website that they would make these things a little bit easier to get a hold of.
Take care, citizen.
Have a great one.
And what's up, Bushido Blade Warrior? We're getting ready to close out pretty soon.
What up?
Thank you for stopping in, though. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm still waiting for that Megatron one. I got until January. It just seems like it's taking forever.
Yeah, I believe.
I actually got a slew of pre-orders. I mean, I know we talked about Sludge earlier, and obviously the Megatron, his tank.
Mm-hmm.
I also got like an Alita 1 figure that was a pre-order from Transformers. They're doing like a classic version. So like in the original Sunbow, they had like this classic Cybertronian car look for. They did something like that too, off the Legacy line. So I'm waiting for that to come in, and then there's one other figure that I had purchased at the same time, and I forget what the hell it was. That's pretty bad. I pre-ordered so many figures, I forget which ones that I pre-ordered now. So then of course I got the Chun-Li and the Ken one from the Street Fighter Transformer crossover, but yeah, there's one other Transformer figure that I'd pre-ordered, and I'll be damned if I can remember what the hell it is.
Yeah, it becomes crazy, man. I know there's 2 pre-orders that I put in a long time ago, also waiting on. One is Homelander. He's completely paid for from when they first solicited him. I had a little bit extra scotch, so that's why I put it down. And the Jack Nicholson Joker, which got fucking delayed again. So yeah, those 2 I know for sure. But and one other, but I'll keep that one a surprise.
And what's going on, Natasha Gamer? Welcome.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Say hello to your mother for me.
So I'm hoping that maybe I can get some of this stuff taken care of before next week, because oh man, I got so many good reviews that I've already been working on that I want to get up, and I want to be able to share with everybody. Of course, I got Transformer ones that are like backed up in the wheelhouse. Papa, have a drink. But I've got a whole slew of other figures sitting in the back, and I've actually got a few more Masters of the Universe Origins line figures. I've got so much stuff sitting back there. It's absolutely insane. So I mean, on top of all the ones that are sitting in the back that I have yet to review from years ago, I've got all this new stuff laying around that I've been picking up and reviewing on the fly. And then, of course, still trying to do all this stuff with those battle bots, because apparently I got some kind of weird obsession with these battle bot figures now.
They're fun. So
I tell you what, though, I will say, I will say this about this company real quick. And I did make a couple of shorts. I can't remember. I think I did put one of them up. This company, I had problems with a few of the battle bots. Now, I've ordered over 26 battle bots at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26 of them now at this point. Some of them are doubles. I have a few that are triples, and I've worked on a few of them that weren't working correctly. But I got a few that were brand new and they weren't working out of the packages. I got a hold of Hexbug. They said, okay, here's what you do. You get a hold of these people through our email. You let them know what the problems are with your battle bots, and they will work to replace them. I'm like, really? That easy? So I sent them the email. I explained to them what was going on. I sent with pictures that I had available at the time to these people. They asked me, was there any way to return them to the store? I guess it's just a policy they got to follow. I said, no, at this point, I can't return them to the store, and I don't have those receipts anymore anyway. Okay, not a problem. Here's where you're going to mail all your bots to, and then we're going to send you out replacements. Boom, done, just like that. And I got all the bots back, all brand new. Sweet. All brand new. And so far, out of the 4 that I sent to them, I've tested 3 out of the 4. And the 3 that I got back work better than the original ones that I got.
Oh, wow. Holy crap.
Well, for example, the one bot, Tombstone. He's got a big spinning blade in the front. Well, this was like a secondary version of Tombstone, because the first one I got was a gray version. So then I picked up the black version with a blue blade, which came with, I think it was, I'm trying to remember which bot. It came with the Build-A-Bot. So that one, when I hit the wall with the first one I had, the weapon would get frozen and it would cut off the drive motor. So when they sent this new one, not only could I hit the other bot or hit a wall and I could still use the drive motor and back up, but his weapon motor was 10 times more powerful. So when I put that one in the arena and I fought the Bronco one, which is it's an incredibly tough battle bot from Hexbug, it got blown apart in seconds. The Bronco one just got obliterated in seconds. Like, pieces literally went flying across my entire living room. Like, I had a hard time finding them. They flew so far out of the battle box. Like when they say that they're standing behind their product and they send something out that was better than the original one that you got and had a problem with, that's a company I could sit there and promote all day and say, hey, if you want to get into this, this is a good company to actually buy from.
Oh,
it's just amazing what they did.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Good shit, man. About time.
Now, just the rest of these companies need to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah, they do. But all right, dude. I think there's a few things I got to take care of. So,
let everybody know about Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, tomorrow. Are we doing something on Saturday? I forgot. I gotta check with the other guys. But Fridays and Sundays, you can catch my streams and. Around 5 o'clock tomorrow. We might bust into some more toy talk too. Who knows? It's been a minute and we missed Tommy, so happy to have him back, and that's an awesome thing. Tune in. I'm gonna have some more reviews up as well. I'm playing around more with those shorts on the YouTube channel. But collect some of my books. You want some good quality stuff? We got it. Shadow of the Kraken ships immediately. City of Venus ships immediately. Through the Woods ships immediately. You want some good quality stuff? Go back and support all my comics. I am working right now on City of Venus too. I started it, so that's the next one. So stay tuned. I'll have more updates and stuff. I might do some more drawing streams again. We'll figure it out. I just got to get back on a proper schedule. I've just kind of been all over the place lately, but it's always a blast hanging here, Tommy. Everyone in chat, much love to each and every one of yous. Be kind to one another. Kick ass while you create.
Awesome. It's good to be back. It was good to actually just have my voice back for a while.
Oh, I know, dude.
It's just been a rough year, and I know there's a lot of other people that are having some pretty rough years. Like our buddy Drew over there, he's still, he might need surgery too on his back. Poor guy.
Oh,
he's not catching a break, but it is what it is. You keep trucking, you keep moving forward. Eventually, everything is going to fall into place the way it should. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by. Remember to catch Vinnie tomorrow at 5 o'clock. For the Friday Underground stream. And then after that, I believe Tony will be having his Friday stream as well.
Yes, Life in a Rocket Ship. Yeah, it's great. We have awesome conversations over there. So yeah, tune into that afterwards. I think it's around 8:30ish for that one. But yeah,
I think
we
so.
should be there as well. Yeah, Tony's
yeah.
awesome.
So guys, if you don't know, man, Clown World Review. Be sure to check it out. In the description below, you're going to find a whole bunch of good channels there. You're going to find a whole bunch of good projects. Everything Vinnie was talking about. Shadow of the Kraken, City of Venus, Through the Woods, our buddy Chris Fisk with Infinitail Comics, Red Gaze, who's supposed to be closing out Wings of Vengeance very soon. So if you haven't gotten it, go and get it right now. I believe I have the sign up for Nerium for Bonds 2, The Cursed Child. Be sure you go over and follow that. And I think I might have Wonder Island down there. I forget all the ones I had down there. But guys, independent creators is where it's at. Go ahead, back these people, follow these people. Check out to see what they're doing. If you're not sure, you may be interested and you don't even know it yet. It doesn't hurt to at least take a look and go ahead and share that stuff out there and help all these awesome creators out, man. They really do appreciate it, and I appreciate every last one of you that have been here tonight. You guys are amazing. Without you, this is no fun at all. It is good to be back, and hopefully I'll be able to get this damn internet worked out. You sons of bitches at CenturyLink. Fix my goddamn internet, you pricks. But hopefully I get this fixed so I can actually start bringing you the content that I feel that you deserve with the clips and the time that I put in there and all the extras in there that I know I enjoy, that I hope you enjoy just as much as I do. And guys, we will catch you next time. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. Take care, y'all. Later.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
You what? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run.